with my cousin Noon. I had just came back from Tampa. So people really didn't know me where I was from. Well, they knew me. The people that knew me knew me. People that didn't. So I'm in McDonald's with Noel, and this boy come up and try to talk to me, and Noel say, "That's your cousin boyfriend," and I'm like, "Bitch, no, you my cousin boyfriend." Straight like that. Tell me why I get blamed for that. Even after I let him know what it is. See, motherfuckers love to discredit you when they know who you are. They know. And that's probably why I'm so outspoken now, because I've kept my share of secrets and it only came back to hurt me. No more for me. You motherfuckers is not gonna be mistreating me and doing me any kind of way and think that I'm gonna just shut up about it. No, not at all. So I said I'm gonna go. And then this bitch had the nerve to ask me if I'm asleep in the bed with them. Bitch, what the fuck I look like? Come on, bruh. If you don't see this shit, bruh, I didn't see it. But this probably was a whole setup from the start. I did not see it. So the only thing I'm guilty of is not having enough sense to know. But I wasn't safe. I had no safe place to go. You know, and I feel like that a lot of things happened to me because people knew the situation with my mother more than she thought they knew, or even I thought they knew. You know, I knew people knew the situation with my mother, but I never thought that they would use it against me. So I told myself, I said, I'm not. I'm gonna sleep on the floor in the living room. So I'm on the floor in the living room, pitch black dark, and all I see is somebody standing over me. Y'all already know this is too familiar. This is too fucking familiar. The first time he tried to, I pushed him away. He ended up leaving. I think I damn near woke up. CP. He ended up leaving. Came back. Came back. He probably tried 3 times. To the last time, I just gave up. I don't know why I gave up. I thought that this is what I deserve. I thought I wasn't good enough for anything else. Like, if this is gonna be my life, then fuck it. Like, and he raped me. I just wish my mother was here. And I just don't understand why God took the only person who would protect me. I don't understand. Not only did he rape me, but he told my cousin something. I don't know. To this day, I still don't know what he told my cousin. All I know is that my cousin was kind of giving me the cold shoulder the whole day. She wouldn't talk to me. Like every time I said something to her, she'll ignore me. She won't say nothing. So I knew something had been said. But he played it smart because he wanted to beat me telling. He felt like I was going to tell. So he wanted to be, and I wasn't going to tell. But he didn't know that. So he wanted to beat me telling. And eventually me and my cousin, we started back talking. But that trust that we had, it was gone. And I didn't know how to get it back. I felt like that it wasn't my place to get it back. I felt like that if you want to believe, why the fuck would I? If you want to believe a stranger over your blood, I've never lied to my cousin about anything. Ever. I never felt the need to, because me and my cousin, we was just like this. Like, she taught me a lot of things. So I never felt the need to lie to her. Even things that's why I said when my oldest sister came out intimidating me, because I was just about to tell CP what my big brother was doing to me. Yes, I've never lied to her, kept a secret, any of that. But all that was gone. So even though we were talking, we still wasn't as close as I know she really felt like that I did that. I know she did. I know I really do. I really do know she did. But I don't care if she think that I did that, because that just make her look bad, because I'm not finna put no nigga over my blood. Okay, a nigga can't even tell me anything about my family. Like, no. Nobody. I'm gonna believe my family, especially my child, over any motherfucking body. Like, period. So, I felt like that I was nothing. I felt like I was nothing. I felt like Etna was right. Like, you're nothing. I felt like that because every guy just wanted to rape me and just never just respected me. So, I did something really stupid, y'all. Now, I did this. Nobody made me do this or anything. So, I'm just gonna be straight up. Like, I think I'm bold enough. I think I'm bold enough. So, this happened when I probably was like 15. I probably was like 14, 15, y'all. It was all in the same. Mark, Scooter. Yes, you raped me. Yes, you did. Mark, you raped me. Then had the fucking nerve to rape me and blame me for it. You're not blaming me for that no more. At all. I was a child. Okay? And I didn't deserve to be treated like that. And see, a lot of you motherfuckers did what you wanted to do because y'all knew my situation. Y'all knew my mother did not give a fuck. You knew. And you played on it. That happened when I was like 14, 15. So, after that, I'm 16, you know, and, I'm living with my dad now, and, I'm just free. I'm just bold, you know, um, unafraid, you know. I will put their ass on blast right there. Like, bitch, don't touch my titty. Like, in front of everybody. Like, a motherfucker knew not to fucking play with me when it came down to shit like that. And I knew my dad would be there to back me the fuck up. So, I'm trying to think, y'all. Yeah, after that happened, I'm just free. Um, I'm just doing me, having fun, you know, being a teenager, you know, taking care of myself, protecting myself. Don't have to worry about nobody taking advantage of me or making me feel like I'm nothing. So I'm just living and just being a teenager and just growing into a woman, a beautiful young woman. And this is the first time I feel like I have a voice. So it didn't stop though. I feel like I can't even tell this without like going and telling how I ended up back in that situation. And I ended up back in those situations after I had my son. And I moved to Alabama. And people just get the wrong idea about rape. People just sick in the head. They just sick in the head. I swear to God, people are just sick. Like, I was raped by a guy that I was willing to give it to, that I wanted to give it to. How? How is that real? I did not tell him no because I wanted to be there. I wanted to give it to him. But at some point, at some point, I didn't want him. I didn't want him anymore. Like, stop. And he wouldn't stop. It's like he turned into a whole different person. I don't understand that. How do you report something like that? I invited him to my house. I invited him into my bed. How do I explain something like that? But he raped me. He raped me after he was in it. He was already in it. He just... he turned into a whole different person. After that, I was just so lost. I didn't have my family. I didn't have nobody to talk to. I just felt so dirty. And I just blamed myself for it. Why couldn't you be smarter? Why couldn't you be loved? Be normal? So I vowed to never date someone new. So I stayed with the narcissist. I went back. You know, even after they discarded me, I went back and I gave them what they want. Because I was scared. I was scared. So I started developing this obsessive compulsive disorder where I always felt like something was wrong with me. Like if I get a hair bump down there, I go to the hospital. You know, on top of going to the hospital to get my pap smear. Well, not the hospital, but the doctor to get my pap smear. Whatever. So, one night, I went to the hospital because, I think I had like a hair bump or something. And it was growing like, you know, so I thought it was herpes or something. So I'm like, shit, let me go to the hospital. Let me get myself checked out. Mind y'all, I had got into it with the security guard at the hospital. And I guess she remembered that it had happened like shit 2014. This was now 2015. I guess she remembered that shit. So I knew that she was doing something and I did not follow my gut, y'all. They ended up taking me to this weird ass motherfucking room in the hospital where I've never been. It's like, I don't know, it's like I was where the supplies or something was. I don't know. But it was a bed and everything in that bed. So I'm thinking, okay, this is the hospital room. Like, so when the doctor come in, he come with an intern, and I felt kind of uncomfortable with him in there, so I asked the doctor if he can leave. Now it's a nurse in there. She like Spanish or whatever, but she already looking at me like in a way. So the doctor kind of got mad because I put the intern out. I have no idea, God. idea. But when that doctor checked me, he raped me with his hand. And you know, it kind of sent me into this weird place because this doctor did not just do this. I'm bugging. Like, I'm bugging because this doctor just didn't do this. He didn't just do this. This is a doctor. Why would a doctor do this? So I keep denying my feelings, like I'm bugging. So when it was time for him to check me, he took his fingers. I don't know how many fingers, but he shoved them up my vagina. And he looked me dead in my eyes. He was like, that right there, right there, right there. Dead in my motherfucking eyes. And all I could do was say, yeah. I don't know what happened to me. I have no idea what happened. That was the craziest shit. That has ever happened to me. And I done been through some crazy shit. But that... And that Spanish lady, she was satisfied. The look on her face, she was like, I ain't do shit to these people. Like, why these people hurting me like this? Why would he violate me like this? So I left the hospital before they could even tell me if anything was wrong with me. I just left. I'm sorry, y'all. I got boogers on here. I'm sorry, y'all. But, I left the hospital feeling worse than I did when I came. And then, like, the sexual assault, like, one time I went to the doctor. I had a yeast infection. So, this is a woman doctor because that kind of made me not want men for doctors. So, my doctor wasn't there. So, I had to see this doctor that I've never seen before. A woman doctor. And I put my legs up like this The doctor is sitting between my legs. I swear, oh Lord, y'all. Before she examined me, she took both of her hands and rubbed them down the inside of my thigh. And I said, why did you rub my thigh? And she was like, no, I didn't rub your thigh. It was, that's the, something she said. I don't know why I didn't get up, y'all. I don't know why. I wish I could tell y'all why. I don't know. But I don't know if I'm gonna upload this video because I'm just so ashamed to. It's like I feel like my whole life I've been. I feel like my whole life I have been taken advantage of by all my brothers, not just my oldest brother. All my brothers, all my brothers will be in my room at night. All my brothers. I remember one time I'm asleep and all I feel is Heavy D hand playing in my coochie. I swear to God. Playing in my coochie while I'm asleep. I got out the fucking bed. Heavy D wasn't as bold as AJ. I got out the bed and I was like, I can't sleep there no more. Out there in her room. Closed up in her room with her boyfriend. I ain't have no case anyways because it's my fault. Everything is always my fault. Gary in my room nutted on my motherfucking leg. That's my brother. I'm the baby. I got 3 brothers and 1 sister. Charles, Katie's son. He come in my room one night. I ain't never have to worry about this shit from Charles. He come in my motherfucking room one night. It's 12 or 1 o'clock at night. Talking about the phone for you. So I grabbed the phone and the way he touched my hand, it made me so uncomfortable. I started sleeping with my door locked. Never have to worry about that from my brother. That was my brother. I considered him my brother before I considered AJ to my brother. Because they didn't act like no brother. Charles acted like a brother. He ain't let nobody fuck with his sister. He coming. But that night, he did that. And I knew what was on his mind. That's why I locked my room door. It's like I wasn't safe nowhere. Nowhere I went, I was safe. And I hated this. I hated that I couldn't give my pussy to who I want to give my pussy to. Motherfuckers hounded me. Like, it's different from when you have a nigga on the streets hounding you for some pussy, but when you have your family in the house hounding you for pussy. Bruh, you can get away from this nigga on the streets. How do you get away from your family? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna live? What you gonna do? There are other people seeing, knowing more than we think they knowing, and they doing the same thing. Cause Scooter and Mark, they stayed around my brothers and my sisters. They stayed around us. Cause that was my cousin boyfriend. So of course they know. I mean, one time, this is when I told y'all I had my own room, and I used to have to put my bed in front of the bathroom door. So one day, I guess I'm tired from school, but I liked it. My sister boyfriend, he was nice. You know, he always paid attention to me, and included me when Elton and Drake will be doing something. He'll be the one to say, "What about Nikki?" Like, nobody never did that. So he was really my brother for real. That's how I saw it. But one day, I guess I'm tired from school. I'm laying across my bed, sleep. And I see this dude standing over my bed, rubbing on me. Joe. Joe Myers. You remember that? Yeah. Rubbing on my motherfucking leg. And I guess when he heard my sister's voice, he ran away. I was never protected, bruh. Never. Motherfuckers always talking about that women see themselves as sex symbols. It's because that's what the world see us as, sex symbols. All our lives, we couldn't walk around in our drawers and just be kids. Cause your mama gonna tell you, put some clothes on cause your uncle finna come. Why the fuck I gotta put clothes on if my uncle finna come? We finna go somewhere? Nah, just put clothes on. What kind of shit is that, bruh? I don't want none of them motherfucking people around my children at all. Cause my baby, he walk around this bitch in his drawers. He's 7 years old. So if anybody come up in this motherfucker looking at my son the wrong way, they have a problem. They gotta go. I'm not finna blame my child for the way somebody else looking at them. And for some reason, we get blamed for somebody raping us. I should be able to wear what the fuck I want to wear. And that's the problem. Stop telling women that her dress was too short or this, that, or the third. And start telling the men to control themselves. Nigga, I'm giving you the pussy. But you still felt the need to take it. Why? Why? So that let me know whether I gave it to you or not, you still would have took it. You still would have took it. So if I would have told you no, you in my house, if I would have told you no, you would have raped me. You would have beat me. You probably would have killed me. But see, God ain't let me see that far because that wasn't for me. He let me see what I was supposed to see, and that's what kept me alive. Everything that I did is what kept me alive. I've been blaming myself for all these years, for all these people's putting their hands on me and touching me. I've been blaming me for that. Not one time did I tell you guys, come get this pussy. Not one time did I say, fuck me. One time. Every time I told y'all, no, stop, leave me alone. Every time. Every time I tried to get away from y'all. Every time I tried to turn around and go the other way when I see you coming. Every time. You raped me. You did.